That would be insane if Elon Musk was doing drugs. It's interesting how he basically, because the stock price is so high, and it's based on this like house of cards of promises that have not been fulfilled. Like the self-driving car thing in particular is something that he said he was going to have done 2 years ago, and now it's like I think the misleading thing is that you can get to 90% self-driving car relatively easily, because it's not a linear problem. Like the first 9/10 of that problem is like detect a big rectangle and avoid it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Radio and then like
signals.
the last 10% of that, the last 5% of that is like detect when like this person is deciding whether or not to walk through a crosswalk while these other things are happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a hacker, George Hotz, I think is his name. Elon Musk actually hired him or offered to hire him. He told him that if George Hotz could deliver on the self-driving car problem, he would give him $12 million or something like that, which is an insane, like if someone delivers a self-driving car system, that's like $1 billion. Like that's like fucking hundreds million. You'd say hundreds.
I'll tell you what.
Hundreds now, hundreds of millions, billion, 2 billion. That's what actual self-driving car is worth. But George Hotz has a thing where you can retrofit your like new Toyota with a system that does like lane keep assist plus some other shit. Mm-hmm. So it's like semi-self-driving or whatever.
Okay.
But you have the lane keep assist on the truck, right?
Yep.
Do you turn it off or do you keep it on?
I hate lane.
You hate it because it fucks up.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I'm talking about is you get that first 90%, that's the lane keep assist. And then the 5%, that's the actual problem in making self-driving cars is when the lane keep assist starts to take you into the other lane you don't want to. You know what I mean?
$12 million to find a self-driving car.
So Elon Musk tells George
You
Hotz,
should do that.
I think his name is, $12 million if you can solve the self-driving car problem. That's insane.
I have 5. Actually, it's funny that you say that. I just actually inherited some money from my grandmother.
I'd find $12 million and give it to
Sam,
George Hotz.
I didn't want to tell you. I was trying to keep this in my back pocket. Mm-hmm. My grandmother we just sold her family's hotel collection. Mm-hmm. And
Did you keep the Maserati?
I'll be straight with you, man. I'm going to be straight with you.
Yeah.
I got $340 million
So
coming my way. So I'm going to pay literally $15 million for these things.
Yeah.
Making boats fly. Anybody who can make a boat fly over 70 feet, I'll give you $15 million. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's one. Mm-hmm. Number 2, turn salt water into fresh water. I'll give you $11 million to do that. Anybody who can come up with that, I'm going to donate my money to science and research. Mm-hmm. Number 3, make powders out of recycled materials that turn into substance for hungry people.
That are edible.
Yes.
That's $3 million.
I'll give you $3 million for that. Mm-hmm. I don't have as much money in the food thing.
Okay.
Number 4.
Yep.
Make
clean fusion.
Clean fusion?
Yeah.
From tires.
$7 million.
Me and Michelin are working together on that.
That's
Michelin said they would match my $7 million halfway, so they do $4 million.
4.5.
So that's 11.
It's 4.5 million.
11.5 million.
I like being definitive about getting the math wrong. Yeah. It's 4.5 million. Half a 7 is 4.5 million.
So Michelin
tires,
clean fusion, and then
solve the world's energy problem. 11.5 million.
So all right. So airline fuel.
Yep.
Right. It's just toxic. There's
neutral. Make it neutral. Airbus neutral project.
So like synthetic petroleum.
Yep.
Okay. With an additive for ozone replacement. All right. Ozone is O3. Okay.
I read about your prize in Aviator Monthly.
And it was there. I put a back end ad in it.
$1.5 million.
Before I knew I was getting the 300 mil. Mm-hmm. So I do $1 million to figure out clean fuel.
Let me ask you this. What are you going to spend the other $275 million on?
Grimes pussy. Getting Grimes to give me head
one time, and then lose half.
Then lose half, get her pregnant, and make her fucking have a kid that looks like I wrote boobless on a calculator.
Gobble gooble.
Yeah, she named it boobless upside down on a calculator. That's the name of it. Hell hole on a calculator upside down.